What is the future of Ahsoka Tano? If you haven't watched Star Wars Rebels Season 4, Episode 13, A World Between Worlds, then you're going to want to check out one of my other videos. That said, we've been told by voice actress Ashley Eckstein that Ahsoka has a bright future. But what is that future exactly? Well, if you've been following the channel now for a long time, like I Am a Cabbage or Big Al Kenobi, then you'll know that I covered a rumor back in the spring that an animation series was actually going to be based around Ahsoka. Now, the latest animation rumors don't confirm this, but Filoni loves Ahsoka, so it's always a possibility. But I asked you, the community, when will we next see Ahsoka? And as always, you theory crafting Jedi came up with some fantastic ideas. First up is I Am a Cabbage, and he says, as for Ahsoka, I take it she went back in time to shortly after her duel with Vader, and not back to Malachor in the present day. So if so, I think she has had to sit around the last couple years, hide away, and not be active, so as to not cause a paradox of some sort that she warned Ezra about Kanan. And yeah, very interesting there. I've definitely thought about that myself, the fact that she's taken herself out of the picture. But I Am a Cabbage brings up an interesting point here. We have no idea when Ahsoka, when in the timeline Ahsoka was transported back to Malachor. It could actually be present day, and she could be on her way to Lothal or somewhere else. But moving on, next up here we have Jack. He says, to me, the most reasonable answer would be her stepping in during the season finale of Star Wars Rebels to reunite with Ezra, just like she promised as they were escaping from Sidious. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense to me, Jack, that her and Ezra could be united in the season finale. Absolutely. Number 3, though, we have commenter Did Monkey. He says, I think Ahsoka will be one of the teachers in Luke's new Jedi Order, and she will train Luke on how to be a Grey Jedi. That's really interesting, Did Monkey. I really wish that would come to fruition, even through a comic book or something, not even needing to see Ahsoka in the movies, but I think it's highly unlikely at this point. I think Filoni kind of owns Ahsoka's story, and she's going to be part of the next animation series, whatever that is. Todd Out Loud also mentioned, I think Ahsoka, the Ghost Crew, and the rest of the Phoenix Squad are General Leia's allies in the Outer Rim. We'll see them again. Obviously, I think he's implying here in Episode 9. That would be also very cool. I think if anyone is an ally in the Outer Rim at this point from the Rebels group, it's probably Sabine and her Mandalorian friends. Moving on to comment number 4 here. It's from Turkland TV, and he says, when it comes to Ahsoka's fate, we have to ask ourselves, when does someone actually go to Malachor? Because Ahsoka most likely doesn't have a ship. And the other thing is that Ezra is the only one to actually know that Ahsoka is back on Malachor. And we don't know if Ezra is going to survive yet. So really cool points here, Turkland TV. I like the idea that Ezra is really the only one that knows that Ahsoka survived. It's going to be interesting to see how he interacts in Episode 14 with the others. Does he let them know? Does he send somebody on a mission to try and check out Malachor? It's going to be interesting. I think, though, his focus will be on Lothal. Moving on here to our last comment. I think this is number 6 now. The username is simply Error. And he says, I think Ahsoka will show up at the very end of the last episode of Rebels. She will come in after the actual fighting is over and take Ezra on some sort of quest or mission. This is where they both will be during the events of the original trilogy. And for those of you who have been following for the last couple months, yes, this is exactly what I think, Error. I believe Ezra and Ahsoka are going to be on a one-way trip to the unknown regions, and they are going to be training there a new generation of Jedi that could be possibly sent on a mission by Yoda to try and track down Snoke and eliminate him. Of course, if that is the case, they didn't succeed, and perhaps that is the next animation series. We have Ahsoka and Ezra. I really can't see them sticking around in the Outer Rim during the original trilogy. Dave Filoni is just going to have a really hard time explaining that. But hey, Star Wars fans, if it's your first time here, I'm Mike, and you've been watching Force Within TV. But before you go, please consider answering the question of the day. And today, the question of the day is about Ezra. What do you think is going to happen to Ezra? Is he going to become a Jedi Knight by the end of Star Wars Rebels Season 4? Let me know in the comments below. I'll have a video coming out on that in the next couple days. And as always, remember to use the Force within you to make the Star Wars community a better place. Share your thoughts and ideas and encourage those who do the same. May the Force be with you.